Hey everybody, welcome to our show. I am David Sponheim, the American Original. Good evening. I am also going to be making some Pizzettes tonight, $1 for one Pizzette. And if you're wondering what Pizzettes are, we'll get into that in just a bit. Right now I'm going to start up my show over at Vaughn. Welcome. And you guys over at DLive, yeah, I'm not going to be doing that tonight. So, too many different broadcasts going at the same time. And I'll be doing DLive at 6 o'clock. So, yeah, it's just one of those things I had to accommodate. We are doing the technology show today, as you know. And today we're going to be working with some pretty good technology, actually. Yeah, let me get into the show real quick. I'm going to go ahead and go off screen for a second. I had to get into a show. We're starting up our Periscope show, so I'm going to get that technology going. It's a live stream show on Twitter, Periscope is, and it's pretty cool. Now, Twitter is a big controversial issue right now, so we'll be talking about that tonight at great length. Good evening. Yeah, how you doing, McDundee? The all-time champion, 5 million on pinball, everybody. We salute you too. Thank you, Eric. Well, just doing the show is important. I recognize that the cooking show is a vital part of our show, but doing that shut-in show is vital too. So today's the Cooking Up Politics. We'll do that over at, yeah, Twitter, 52820. Yeah, I'm glad the show has kind of descended into an 8-hour show because the 14 hours were really almost impossible. I couldn't get anything done. My whole life was put on hold pretty much. Okay, so I did Twitter. For those of you who can't get me on DLive and are wondering what to do, you can get a low-res image, a video image, which is available at Periscope. It comes in pretty well, and it records in low-res, which I like. I like that, and you can watch our show if you go to coolrock.com. And check that out. So, all right. So we're going to get the other camera going here. Let me see if I can pull it up. And I'll get into the iVlog show in just a second. USB video device. That might be it. There it is. It's kind of a cool picture right there. Check out my garden. Yeah. We got some succulents growing here. Isn't that nice? Yeah, and we've got some seeds drying in the corner. Yeah, and then I've got some herbs drying. I've got natural herbs. That's thyme. That's oregano, and that's yeah, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. That's rosemary. Yeah, she's doing okay. She's drying. Rosemary's great for potato dishes. If you ever want to use potatoes and rosemary, try it out. It's really good. Like red bliss potatoes. Yeah. All right, so I think the first order of business is I need to hydrate. So I'm going to go ahead and pour myself some filtered water here with my zero water filter. There we go. It's first order of business. And I'm going to find a camera spot for over here. Now that's better. Yeah. So this is a toaster oven. We've had it for what, I'd say 20 years, ever since I met Sarah. And, well, that's more than 20 years now. It's like 22 years. Time flies. And we're going to use a toaster oven today because today I bought, thank you. I bought some Dave's Killer Muffins. Yeah, original. Organic too. And non-GMO. Now you can get English muffins for a lot cheaper. I paid $5 for these, but yeah, if you are of the inclined to, we'll have to do something with that camera. If you're one of those people that wants to save money, English muffins are oftentimes on sale for $1.99 a package still, even post the Corona apocalypse. Yeah. I just shut it down. I shut the economy down. They told me to shut it down, so I shut it down. Now Donald Trump is fighting back with a little change in the laws. And I urged him to reinstate the fairness doctrine, and we're going to be talking about that tonight. I don't know why the government just doesn't see the fairness doctrine as a thing that we need to continue on with. I mean, it's the guide that we use for a century. So I'm very concerned about that. And I don't know why they're not listening to me at Donald's. Donald doesn't want to listen to me. I don't get it. Okay, iBloggers, let's get into your show. Sorry I was late. So what we're going to do here is I got a can of really cheap $1.79, 50% off, so that's 80 cents for this big can of tomato sauce. And I don't even need that. Yeah, I've got like way better, I mean, I could easily make another meal with that, right? Put it in the refrigerator, so I just need a little bit out of it. Okay, we're going into iVlog, and I will be doing another video login. Hang on. One moment, please. Hello, I'm back. Hello. Yeah, so here I am working on the kitchen. And we're going to enable Flash to get into iVlog, and then I'll be on the main page at Cool Rock. Welcome. Okay, hi guys. Click to enter the room. You know, it's been a couple months since I've done this, so I'm a little late today. You know, it's 5 minutes late, of course. But yeah, it's kind of a setup. I was telling people earlier that when you do a live cooking show, it's a lot of stuff, and especially if you're doing it alone, which I do. I don't want to put Sarah through that, and it's a lot of setup. I remember Amanda. Remember Amanda? Yeah, she tried a live cooking show. She's like, "God dang, that's hard." Now she's like a cam girl, right? Man. Anyway, I guess cooking didn't really suit her. Yeah, we're gonna get right into it. How do we do this? Oh, yeah. So, big process here. I mean, really a tough cooking event today. You take one of these nice classic Dave's bread, or any English muffin. Thomas's makes some good ones. Break it apart, and they're a little bit more weedy in the Dave's brand. Yeah. Good evening, Mike Bailey. And then you take the toaster and go like this. This is going to be really difficult. Let me get there we go. Okay. This is what you do. You go like that. All right. Make sure the toaster setting is set for about no bigger than, just one quarter of the way up. All right. Not easy. Everything is easy. Easy peasy today. Yes. There we go. Let's take a look at the toaster. Looking at the toaster. I'm going to make a couple of these, but if you make all of them, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, there's 12 of these things in here. Yeah, I'm just going to make 4. So I'm not even using the whole bag, if you get my drift. Now, I saw this first made by some pothead at some house I was visiting. Yeah, I'm serious. And he said, man, you got to try these English muffin pizzas. So he was like, it's not a wig, actually. This is my real hair. This is how my blonde hair hangs, man. Yeah, it's like, that's how the blonde hair looks. Yeah. And in the evening, I switch it to the other side or whatever, vice versa. Thank you. Yeah, they're English muffin pizzas, really. I call them Pizzettes. You know, patent pending and trademark pending. And do not purchase Pizzettes.com or Pizzettes.org or Pizza. Don't, please, because I'm still thinking about this as a viable business opportunity for any one of you. Okay, then you got to take this and open it up and try not to break it in half. And it's really easy to do. All right, so you got four little things going on here. No more than $4 so far. I mean, no more than, excuse me, yeah, definitely no more than $4. Wait till I show you the cheese. Going with the theme that I am a robot. Check it out. Havarta. Okay, the first round is done. Wonderful. So you got your basic topper on there, and now what you want to do is put a little bit of something something on there. So, yeah, let me get a plate. Yeah, it's got that nice toasty smell. Mmm, yummy. Okay, I'm going to open this little thing of Del Monte I got for 88 cents. Good stuff, too. Del Monte has a line of canned food that is all non-GMO. It's fantastic. All right, I'm going to pull the lid off of it, like that. Just kind of lift it a little bit. I'll take a nice spoon. Okay. Let me widen the screen for you so you look at it. Yeah. Okay, you don't have to use much. I mean, I'm serious. This is not like a big deal. You just have to take a little bit off of there. Just go like that on it. See that? Very nice, very simple, not a lot. We'll do them both since we're here. There we go. There you go. Whoops, I spilled. Oh no. All right. Close the lid down so you don't cut yourself. That lid is super dangerous, by the way. Ah. All right, then go ahead and put it on the plate. Oh, dang. Well, you know, I didn't toast those, so we're going to go with that. Yeah, let's just go with it. They're toasted at the factory, right? All right, we'll just put a little bit more on the other ones. You get the idea. It won't hurt. All right, you're there. Okay, the next step is what really matters most. You want to make sure you get it in all the holes. See that? Fill those holes up. All right. I'm going to put that back in the refrigerator and use it for another meal. All right. Wipe that up too. Oh. Boy, this is exciting, isn't it? I don't know what to do with myself. It's just, I'm in my kitchen and my element. Yeah. I'm going to move this screen over a little bit. There you go. You're ready to vote third party? Right on, Sheldon. Right on. We got a positive first, somebody who's ready to step away from the fray. Thank you, man. Yeah, well, I started realizing that I was never going to be able to unite with the Republicans per se, but when I realized that the Republicans weren't just all about big business, they were also about gun rights and ownership and standing up for your rights, then I began to respect the Republican Party more and more. And as I realized, you know, my Democratic grooming when I was young was just so brainwashing that it thinks collectively, and you can't think collectively when you have a country that's so individual like ours. And I recognized that we had to find a centrist party, and I also knew that the elitists did not want a centrist party to form. They want to constantly divide us. So then I began wondering what a centrist party was about. And you know, it wasn't until in just this recent thing with Corona that I began to realize that we have to unite on many different Bill of Rights amendments. No different than the Constitution Party or the Peace and Freedom Party, but with a more of a liberal approach to the environment without taxing you. That would be the modification, because obviously we're not solving the environmental problem. We have to. Okay, so the key here is to just get some Italian seasoning and just kind of lightly sprinkle it right on top of there. Not a big deal. Now, if you have some very mild spices like onion powder, garlic powder, they're good too. I'm using a little cumin because it's good for me. And it's I would recommend it. If I were Biden, I would be taking cumin all the time because it prevents any major, well, they say it helps with your neurology. Cumin. C-U-M-I-N. All right. Yeah, it helps with your brain. Okay, then I'm going to take that cheese. Let me put this down here. Yeah, see, cumin. C-U-M-I-N. We get it in bulk. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it, Meta Nemesis doing the band thing. Right on, man. Hey, woohoo, the cooking show, right. Okay, so I get these packages of Havarta cheese, which I prefer over Swiss, over Jack, because Jack's kind of tasteless. It's kind of in between Jack and Jack, and you guys are making fun of the atomizer video. Oh, I know, the GIF that was taken. Yeah, I was doing this. I was in this pump thing, right? And somebody grabbed it. I think it was Techwalla, and made a GIF out of it. And now it's gone viral in Europe, which it's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. So, yeah, just all you need is a couple slices of this stuff. Really a cheap dish. I mean, we're talking 4 little pizzettes for, well, even under $1. But when you make it for a large crowd and you put, you know, things on like olives, I would put olives on there right now. But yeah, you don't have to put more than a single slice on there like that. And make sure it doesn't go over the side. So you want to trim the sides a little bit like that. And take your trim sides and put them in the area that you're not really, the idea is to not have it go over the edge. Because if it goes over the edge, it's going to make a mess. All right. See how safe and sane that is? And that pretty much covers the whole area, the whole territory. Yeah, that one will be a little bit more over there. So I'm going to put it in the toaster oven. I'm going to set it for toast. No, I'm going to set it for 300 degrees and just start heating it up for about 15 minutes at about 300 degrees. Now we can talk. Yeah. It won't take more than 50. Well, actually, what I'll do is I'll switch to there you go. I will switch to toast at any time during the cooking phase to top it off. So the idea right now is I'm just heating it up so the bread gets cooked kind of fully and then melds with the ingredients, tomato sauce. and the herbs, Italian seasoning and cumin. Or you can use, optionally, garlic or onion powder. Don't use onion salt or garlic salt. Big mistake. If you put too much salt on this, it'll taste like, salt pizza. Hey, Chef Ramsay, probably doing really well now that he can allow 5 people into his restaurant as long as they're 12 feet apart. That's great. Yeah, it's kind of a weird world we're living in. I know Applebee's opened up in my area, and I saw 2 old people out there going, "Honey, I can finally get my patty melt. I'm so happy." Yeah, so hopefully they'll start their businesses up now that they know that it's okay to do that. You'd think we'd get some direction here from Donald Trump instead of all this tweet fest that he's doing. Oh, I can't believe that they censored my Twitter. They just did a little fact checking. When we post stuff all the time about chemtrails. And what YouTube does is puts a disclaimer saying, this is actually a contrail. We're supposed to believe that, but we know different. We know they're dropping chemicals on our head. You can breathe it in the air. You can smell it, the smell of destiny. Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. We certainly think highly of ourselves, don't we, Mr. Anderson? How are you today, everybody? Yeah. You don't think Cuban could help with the Democrats? I don't know, Mike. I mean, I would give Joe Biden a blueberry shake and some cumin for lunch. And I'll bet he'll start acting like a normal person instead of saying, "I'm going to beat Joe Biden." Coming from Joe Biden, that's a little weird. And that was real. That was raw. Like Melania when she talked about Donald. He's real. He's raw. It's like it's your husband you're talking about. He's real. He's raw. Is that believe that you're looking at Israel and he's raw? I don't get that. It is real. It is raw. Can you not see that? None of you can not see that, right? Yeah, so this is what cooking is just standing around watching. But I didn't move my hands more than 62 times, measured by the movements that I made. This way you minimize the amount of activity in the kitchen. And everyone has like a munchy food item when they're done. Okay. I'm going to go to a toaster now. I lifted it up to toaster. Woohoo! And you Periscopers, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you arriving at the show. We are doing Cooking Up Politics today. I'm making $1 an English muffin pizzette. It's really much, it's a lot less than $1. It's more like 45 cents. But if you want to add like little pieces of shrimp to it, cut pieces of Vienna sausage on top, that would have been good. Possibly a little bit of olives. Really, really easy sliced olives. That would be good. Bacon, a little too hard to chew. It has to be really easy to eat. Just bite right into. Soft. But these things make great treats for those special times when you're higher than hell and you absolutely have to eat something. Some of you are smoking marijuana right now. I can see that. Bill, put that blue bong away. We see it there. Your webcam, it's pretty obvious. I'm not using the New York seasoning right now. Most of my New York seasoning is gone, except for I got at the Rockaway. This company called Rockerbox out there in New York. This is pretty good stuff. It's little bits of onion. It's like onion pieces, It's like minced onion. Smells good. I got this on the New York Turnpike last summer. Sarah and I went to the gift store there at the Turnpike, and they had a 50% off deal. I couldn't pass it up. Yeah, see? 50% off. I also got some really good, like a rub from these people. The Fiesta mix, made in New York. Isn't that cool? I just put cumin in it. Sarah and I went and bought like 2 pounds of cumin. It was just crazy. Well, it's really good for you. You know. Okay, we're almost done. Yeah. That's great. Look at this. We're almost done with the show. I can go in the other room and we can start the regular show. It's fantastic. That's fantastic, Mr. Trump. Kwame Jackson was fantastic. Remember that Apprentice show where the guy was talking about his opponent as being so great? And Trump just turned to them and said, "You're fired." But then he gave the guy a job. He actually gave the guy a college education. That was the one time I thought Trump really stepped out of his loop there, you know. Today we're just making pizzettes. They're really simple to make. You just use a little bit of that Maxicam. And get some of that going, which you can always store for later. These stay about a week in the refrigerator, so if you put a cap over it, yeah, you don't need much. Yeah, they're almost done. This works. Little baggie. Okay, keep that away from you don't want to get the plastic near the fire there. Okay, we're done. Hey, how about that? Now, whatever you do, do not put your hand in there. Yeah, I did that one time and I grabbed the plate with my fingers, thinking it would be no big deal. And then that ceramic plate is really hot. I'm serious. That's super hot too, yeah. I'm so sorry. I hope you didn't hurt yourself. Okay. Yeah, so I use my golden mitten. I will take the food out with my golden mitten. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da-da! Look at that. How about that? Multiple views. Look at that. That's definitely that's only a couple bucks, man. So it's definitely under $1, but you can put anything on it. I just went with the standard tomato sauce and cheese. I mean, come on, you know. Anchovies, right? Yeah, it looks very interesting. It's definitely edible. I'm telling you, that Havarta cheese is really good. But if you have nothing in your refrigerator, that is the way to go. It really is. Ta-da, da-da-da-da-da. All right, everyone. Garlic would work on there too. Garlic powder. Yeah. I am going to sign off with the amazing camera from the future. This is actually a very low-res camera. We just grabbed it because we have some problems with cameras. But yeah, David's Kitchen signing off. We'll see you in the room in about 2 minutes or so. I'll be up and running. Yeah. Thank you very much for spending some time with me, getting the cooking show back on track. Pizzettes, exactly. Anything is better than nothing when you have very little in the refrigerator. And believe me, you can actually keep those English muffins in the freezer when you buy a $1.99 packet of like Thomas's. Buy like 6 or 7 and put in the refrigerator. They have a good amount of salt in them so that they stay well in the freezer or in the refrigerator, so they'll last and last. And then buy cheese for bulk. I got this package for $2.50. That's a pretty good deal. They sell that at Safeway and other affiliated stores. Lucerne brand. It's not actually not a bad cheese. I was surprised, you know. But what can I say? All right, this is me signing off. Thank you for coming in.